The music world lost a legend on August 1st, 2025. David Roach, the unforgettable frontman of the American heavy metal band Junkyard, passed away at his home at the age of 64. He'd been fighting an aggressive form of cancer, and his former band broke the sad news on their Facebook page. Fans and friends are heartbroken, but they're also coming together to celebrate a man who gave so much through his music and his heart. David wasn't just a singer. He was a husband, a dad, a brother, and a friend who left a mark on everyone he met. David Roach wasn't your average guy. He was the kind of person who could walk into a room or onto a stage and make you pay attention. Back in the late 1980s, he stepped up as the lead singer of Junkyard, a heavy metal band born in the wild streets of Los Angeles. That's when his life really took off. With his big gritty voice and a stage presence that could shake the walls, David turned Junkyard into something special. The band mixed heavy metal with a bit of punk and a touch of blues, creating a sound that was loud, raw, and real. Songs like Hollywood and Simple Man became favorites for fans who loved how David could belt out a tune with power and feeling. Simple Man especially showed off what he could do. His voice carried this mix of toughness and heart that stuck with you long after the song ended. David didn't just sing, he lived every note. If you ever saw Junkyard live, you'd know what I mean. He'd grab the mic, pace the stage, and pour everything he had into the crowd. Fans say it was like he was singing just for them, no matter how big the place was. David made you feel alive, one fan said online. His energy was unreal. He wasn't only a performer, though. David helped write Junkyard songs, adding lyrics that hit hard, stuff about life's ups and downs, fighting through tough times and keeping your head up. That's probably why so many people connected with him. He wasn't afraid to show the messy human side of things. Off stage, David was just as real. Friends and bandmates talk about his big laugh, his quick jokes, and how he'd always lend a hand. He was the glue that held us together, one of his Junkyard buddies said. The band wouldn't have been the same without him. In July 2025, David shared some heavy news on Instagram. He'd been diagnosed with cancer, an aggressive kind called squamous cell carcinoma. It's a mouthful, but basically, it's a cancer that starts in the thin cells lining parts of your body, like your throat or neck. For David, it hit his head, neck, and throat hard and fast. When he told his fans, you could tell he was scared, but not ready to give up. He wrote something like, "Life's thrown me a wild one, but I'm swinging back." That was David, always ready to face whatever came his way, even something as brutal as this. His wife Jennifer, who he'd just married, was right there with him, taking care of him every day. This cancer wasn't messing around. It spread quick, making it tough for David to talk or even sing. Imagine that, a guy whose whole life was about his voice suddenly struggling to use it. But he didn't let it break him. Jennifer said he kept cracking jokes even when things got dark. "That's just who he was," she wrote, always finding a way to smile. Sadly, the fight didn't last long. Just a month after he told everyone about the diagnosis, David passed away at home, with Jennifer holding him close. It's hard to think about how fast it all happened. One minute he's sharing his story, the next he's gone. It shows how fierce that cancer was, but also how brave David stayed until the end. When David got sick, the people who loved him didn't sit back. Junkyard, his band, jumped in to help right away. They set up a GoFundMe page to raise money for David and Jennifer, who were in a rough spot. See, Jennifer had to quit her job to look after David full-time. They'd asked for disability help and caregiver support, but that stuff takes forever to come through. Meanwhile, medical bills were piling up, and they needed a way to keep going. The GoFundMe message laid it all out. David's in the fight of his life, and Jennifer's right there with him. They're stuck waiting for help, and it's putting them in a tight spot. We need to step up. The band didn't hold back. They told fans straight up how bad things were, and asked for whatever people could give. And wow, did people show up. Fans from all over started donating, some giving a few bucks, others more. Messages came with the money too, like, "David's music saved me when I was low. This is the least I can do." Another fan wrote, "He's one of us, we've got his back." It wasn't just cash, it was love, plain and simple. The band got creative too. They sold t-shirts with bold words like, "David Roach, F == cancer," printed on them. It was so David, tough, a little rough around the edges and not afraid to say it like it is. Some of the money from those shirts went straight to him and Jennifer, giving them a bit more breathing room. Online, fans kept the support going. They posted pictures of David rocking out on stage, shared clips of their favorite Junkyard songs, and wrote about what he meant to them. "I'll never forget seeing him live," one person said. "He was a giant up there." Another added, "His voice was my escape. I owe him so much." David's bandmates were there too, visiting when they could, keeping his spirits up. When he passed, they posted on Facebook, "He was our brother, not just a singer. We're crushed, but so thankful we had him." That kind of love, it's what carried David through those last weeks. David Roach is gone, but he's far from forgotten. His music, his spirit, it's all still here. Junkyard's songs are still blasting through speakers, reminding us of the guy who gave them life. Simple Man feels different now, doesn't it? Like he was telling us all along how to keep going no matter what. Fans haven't stopped talking about him. Social media's full of stories, how his voice pulled them through breakups, bad days, or just made them feel alive. "David was more than a singer," one fan posted. "He was like a friend you never met." Another said, "Every time I play Junkyard, he's right there with me." His bandmates can't say enough about him either. They called him a gifted artist and a devoted dad and husband. But it's the little things they miss most. His laugh, his stories, the way he lit up a room. "He was the best of us," they wrote. "His spirit's in every song we ever made." Jennifer and his kids are feeling the love too. "It's incredible to see how many people cared about him," she said. "David would have been blown away." There's talk of tribute shows, maybe even some unreleased Junkyard tracks coming out. Fans are already planning online nights to listen to his music together, keeping his memory alive. David's life wasn't perfect, but it was big. He fought cancer with everything he had, and even when it took him, he left behind a legacy of strength and sound. He showed us how to live loud, love hard, and never back down. So here's to David Roach, a rock star, a fighter, a good man. He's not on stage anymore, but his voice, that'll echo forever. Rest easy, David. We've got you in our hearts.